Guys, welcome to another video from the camp, another workshop. I'm Daniel. Welcome to this stream. Today we're gonna make this picture. I hope you hear me well. Yes, write me some pluses to the chat to be sure that you can hear me well. And we will start today's workshop. That is a practical workshop. Practical means we will work. It will take some time. I think it will take around 1.5 hours, something like that, maybe a little more. It depends on how talkative I would be. In fact, we can start. That is our today's scene. And yes, I will answer your questions, but a little bit later, because during this workshop, I want to show you exactly how to make this picture. And more than show how to work with that picture, with these shaders, with this lighting, with this something technical from this picture, I wanna focus your attention. I want to draw your attention to the method I use and to the I don't know, step-by-step system, workflow, pipeline. It could be different words, but they mean the same. What I do first, what I do next, and which solution maybe I can say accept at some moment to get nice result, nice, cool, professional result. We call it professional visualization. What is professional visualization for us? That is definitely not the guy who know all the settings, who know all the buttons or magic presets or something like that. That is the structure which can guarantee you, if you follow this structure, beautiful, amazing, professional quality result at the end of the work. You may say, but Daniel, that is obvious, and you may think, Daniel, that is theory, that is not important. Theory, that is extremely important. Theory in lighting, theory in composition, theory in a project management. The thing I show you right now, that is exactly project management. What exactly we're doing first, what exactly we're doing next, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So let me quickly show you what the steps we should follow in each single project. So discovery phase. Of course, in the education and in this picture creation, we skip this part because we already have the picture and we already have the scene. But in real project, we always have to explore and explore what exactly we have to work with, what exactly we have to do at the end, how many pictures we have to deliver to the client, which exactly pictures, camera positions, resolution, proportion, landscape, portrait, orientation, everything we can do, we have to do before start work with 3D scene. Then second step, right now we call it scene setup instead of modeling, because modeling, that's exactly modeling, how to model armchair, couch, I don't know, carpet. In most cases, we do not model anything. I mean, me, you, and all of us who work professionally with interior visualization, with architectural visualization, we take ready scenes. So our goal is set up scene as quick as possible to start third step. We called it general feeling. That is not lighting. Actually, lighting, or better to say, setting up light and shadow composition, that is part of general feeling. General feeling, that is like main lighting, colors, and camera position. I mean, composition in the frame of the frame. All together, that is general feeling. General feeling, that is the most important thing you have to learn to do, how to do, in a as quick as possible. In reality, you can set up general feeling, which will look 95% the same as at the end of the work. In a, I don't know, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, depend on you. depend on your of intensity of your education. Anyway, you have to learn how to do that, and I'll show you today what is this and how to work with this step. Then artist stage number 4, that is work with shaders. In fact, that is only shaders. That is quite long, and you may think, Daniel, that is the most important thing because that is where the magic happened. No, that is not where the magic happened. Magic happened over there and a little bit over there. Yes, you have to know where to get really cool professional quality 3D models. And on the fourth step, you have to be ready. You have to know where to get professional quality textures, because maybe that's something new for somebody, but you can't use a low quality or not nice or not professional level textures. If you use like something not 100% perfect, you reduce quality of your final image. That's obvious. And of course, if you have animation, the last step, that is animation, that is just animate camera in the scene you already set up for the beautiful steel frame. That's clear. Okay, so one more time, guys, that is professional visualization approach. Exactly. That is how we do pictures in a real projects. Quite often, different guys, different people, 3D artists ask me, Daniel, but I want to learn how to do in my method. Of course, there could be different methods, but I show you the most profitable, the most suitable professionalization studio pipeline, how to get really high quality and do it really fast. Of course, there could be some situation when you need a little bit different approach or a little bit different something, but for visualization studio and for interior designers, I think that is the best option you can choose. Okay, so that's clear. In the description, I guess we already add the link to the scene. Yeah, we already added. You can download scene in the description and do it, please. But maybe do it a little bit later, not at the time when we work here. The best thing you can do right now, that is listen to me and try to grab as much as you can from this workshop, and maybe the super last thing, don't try remember numbers I use. Try remember workflow, mindset, what exactly I'm doing at some moment. I suppose that's clear. So let's go to the practice. Okay, so you can hear me well. I see a lot of classes. Hi Daniel, Mohammed from Libya. Hello. Hello from Egypt. Just request could the max file saved in lower version, please. We saved it in a 2020 or 2021. I do not remember, but that is not 2024 as I use. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna reset all the settings I have there. Yes, we will not use create new scene because there is no any reason for that. I'm not showing you how to model or do scene setup. I'm showing you how to work with main emotion and a little bit of shaders. Okay, so that is the clear, completely new scene. Yeah, I just reset all settings. I have no any lighting setup settings. I don't have any effects. I don't have any shaders. I have nothing literally. And the goal from that moment to make final or approximately final picture as fast as possible. Of course, I'll talk a lot and I'll explain all the things I do. That's why it will be a little slower than it should be in reality. But anyway, you have to grab that method. Okay, so here we are. First of all, we have to set up light and shadow composition. Light and shadow composition, that is HDRI map. For most of interiors, we use exactly HDRI because yes, it is a little bit longer. You'll get a little bit longer render than Corona Sky, but you will get way more detailed lighting detalization. And also, I already track the difference. And the difference just 5% of the time. So that is not like 3 times longer or 5 times longer or I don't know, 30%. No, just 5% longer with HDRI with the same quality. So Corona Sky will render just 5% faster, quicker. Is it important time? I don't think so. So let's get started. I will use this HDRI map and I will use 4K, just 4K because that is completely enough for the lighting. For lighting, not important the resolution of your HDRI map. For visible background, especially for architecture, yes, that is important. But for lighting, no. I already downloaded and I already have it over there. That is exactly the same name. Yeah, so you can check it. I will not download it again. So let me do it. Scene, single map, general, no, Corona bitmap. Let me put there this HDRI map, and I don't want to say that is some specific extremely good map and I recommend you to use exactly this one. No, you can find a lot. Only one important thing you have to get from this I don't know, workshop. Here is a lot of blue color, here is almost no any yellow color, and here is almost no any light or like sun direction or something like this. But on the other hand, we have the like lighter part of the sky and a little bit darker part of the sky. So all together, it looks good. Okay, let me put it here. Immediately after that, I'll add Corona color correction because maybe I'll need to change hue or I don't know, amount of saturation or gamma or contrast. No, but in most cases, brightness, saturation, and hue. The most often I use exactly hue, a little bit saturation. Other, almost not. So that's clear. Here we have it, and we already can start render, turn on our interactive render and use it. Yeah, I used the latest Corona 12 update 1 to make render. In most cases, the guys can say, okay, that is lighting, that is okay level of, oh, here we have some tone mapping. I will reset everything. I want to get completely new picture, no any adjustments and something like that. Quite often people can say, oh, Daniel, that could be enough. No, that is not enough. We have to get a little more intense light and shadow composition, and we have to get a little more intense contrast. Here we have contrast, but that is not exactly what we have to do. We have to use this HDRI, this gray material, and we have to make it a little darker, just a little bit. in this case like that. One more time, guys, do not try to follow my numbers. Follow my ideas. That is really important. I'll try to do it like that. And of course, I'll need lighter white color. Right now you can see here we have a lot of lighting on the bottom part, and you may say, but Daniel, that is over bright, that is not correct. Yes, but our floor will be way darker. And I'm absolutely sure you know that situation when you already create all lighting, but your ceiling is too gray, too dark, and your white color like extremely bright, but you can do nothing with your ceiling because it's still gray. That's not because your ceiling too dark. That's because everything else too bright, and that is the common problem. So you have to find the position of ceiling first, and then change everything on the bottom part of the picture. Okay, so that's clear. Blue light, it looks like that is a white interior, but when we will add a lot of yellow color on the bottom part, all the picture will turn to yellow, and that would be obvious. So maybe we will need to add a little bit of saturation over there. One more time, guys, I'm explaining you every single step so long, but in fact, in reality, you'll do it all together when you'll understand all this method in like 1, 2, 3, like 5 minutes. It should be like that. Okay, so let me add a little bit of color here. Yes, I will add a little bit of some color even to the white color, because in reality there could be any absolutely desaturated shaders in the real world. So we should have some small amount of color anywhere, yeah, even if that is just 9, or I don't know, even 1 or 2. Maybe 1 or 2, that's not enough, but anyway, it should be some color. And altogether, just pay attention to this picture, yeah? Right now it looks like white, but it doesn't look like synthetic white. It looks like a little bit yellow, a little bit blue, a little bit detalization inside the shadows, and altogether, it is detalization in the light and shadow composition. And that is what we should get on that stage. Okay, so that's clear. Just imagine that's not bad. Let's select some objects which obviously shouldn't be white. They should be wood or something like that. Oh, one more important thing. I use Corona physical material, new Corona physical material, and it also goes with some tiny touch of reflection. IOR 1.5, roughness 0.75. Exactly, roughness, not glossiness. If you use older version of Corona render or different render engine, you have to set up approximately the same. But just remember, you should have some amount of reflection in any possible shader. That is the rule. Okay, let's apply new shader to the yellow objects. Okay, and I will work with this block. I will never choose color over there, never, because here is, you can change only one option at one time. For example, you want to make your shader darker and more yellow, so you have to make it darker first, then add more yellow. In this case, you'll be able to control all these functions, because if not, you will not control them at all. Okay, so like that, but I know there is a lot of IOR, so I will reduce it to get a picture like that. But I want to get general feeling, yeah, like common emotion of the picture. And right now I feel that this picture as a winter, maybe autumn overcast. Am I like it? Is it the emotion I want to get? No, that is not emotion I want to get. I want to get something like spring or even summer. Maybe sunset, maybe overcast, but I want to get like bright, light emotion, not a heavy one. So for that, of course, I will work with exposure, and of course, I will work with the color exactly, because can wood be in this color? Yes, it could be, depending on color composition, white balance, but it could be. That is not what I wanna get. So let me get some reflection, maybe even a more attractive roughness, yeah, like that. And let me make this color a little more bright full. Why not? Why not? Okay, almost immediately I'll turn on bloom and glare because that's part of optics. I will use it, but even I can do it bigger, like 40, but I will use way less intense, smaller size of the bloom and glare, both like 0.1 and even less. So it should be just extremely not intense. Like that. Okay, I will add the background in the post-production step, so that could be really nice. Pay attention to that side. Yeah, that is the molding, that is the plinth, that is the profile, and here we have shadow, here we have lighting, here we have some shadows over there. That is really difficult to get. It may look like obvious, and we made it fast and not so easy. Yes, we did it not so easy, but not so long, but all the steps I did before, like lower gray material, common color, impact on the final picture. I can change white balance a little bit to get a little colder lighting, something like that. And together with that, I wanna make this shader a little brighter. In my personal opinion, right now it's too heavy. Oh, that is better. That is better. That is more moody picture, more similar to mood I want to get. Cool. Let me a little bit colder. Together with that, I can add a little bit of saturation to this shader because I want to get balance between cold lighting and warm. Maybe that is one of the most important steps I want you to share. Yes, guys, I see you write me some questions. I will answer everything, maybe almost everything, but at the end, please keep your question, write me your questions, and I will read all of them at the end. Okay, so that's cool. To be honest, this one feels a little bit too like cartoon. I want to make it a little more maybe a little lighter. Oh, cool. So now it's better. Always pay attention to the light and shadow composition in the details, because like big spots, big areas always could be good, but the reality or this reality effect always hides somewhere in the details. Okay, to be honest, I want to make this shader a little bit lighter. Let's say 170, 76, 178 maybe even. No, that is too much, I think. 170, 176. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So, is it difficult to do? No, that is easy to do. Without my explanation, that is just a, I don't know, couple of minutes. Let me apply some basic shader to the curtains. I will use translucency. For this kind of fabric, I'll add like 0 0.2, 0 0.10 and something, and it immediately become too blue. I don't want to make too blue effect, so I'll make it warmer. Exactly, translucency color. Yeah, like that. So I'll have a little bit more blue color over there, a little bit more yellow color over there. All together, it will build my composition. Okay, another one more important thing. Pay attention to the layers we always do in the in our scenes. We call, oh, I'm so sorry. In your scenes, which we send to the YouTube comments, to the YouTube, tell me please, to under in the description. There everything in the layers. I think I opened the previous version of this model, so that's my bad, but never mind. We always put the last step of the modeling of the scene setup, that is exactly work with layers, and all the typical objects should be in the typical layers. So for example, like windows, windows. Oh my god, 301 windows. Just open my file and you'll see how it should be. Okay. Okay, and I'll apply, in fact, quite similar shader we already have there, but a little bit more saturation. Yeah, just to make it different. It shouldn't be the same as walls, because that is a different paint and different color and like not the same. And the color, I maybe better say roughness or reflection of the of this shader should be a little bit different. You know, I'm not sure I want to have. Yeah, such intense, but maybe just a little bit darker. I want to remove color, but make it darker. I think it should be a little better. Come on. 65, 63. Okay. At the end, it could be good. That is really nice. Okay, cool. Next, as you can see, I made just all the bottom objects in one shader, but of course most of them should be different. Yeah, so I will separate them. Not that ones, just these. Yeah, and these are this chair. I want to make it even a little darker and more saturated. No, darker. That's better. That's better. Okay. I'm not sure about this. Armrest. I think it should be. And the last one, that is this chair. I want to make it even more dark, and thanks to this, I've got one single color composition, and the whole picture looks cohesive, and that is extremely important. That's why we start working with shaders, with our own shaders, I mean. So the last thing I want to do, that is make it a little more glossy reflection, because I know this armchair should be varnished. Just like that, maybe a little more. Okay, it should be like that. What's next? Next is here we have a lot of like huge, heavy element. I want to make it softer. How to make it softer? The simple answer: make it lighter. So let's do it. One more time, guys. I'm not talking about settings. I'm talking about final picture. Yeah, I'm focusing on the picture exactly. Lighter. I can do it lighter here, but am I needed? Actually, not so. Better, I'll add some translucency. And here I'll do a lot of translucency to make it exactly like I want to get this paper feeling. But of course, it should be part of the whole composition, because right now that is like a separated white element, and I see that. I don't want to see it. I just want to know that is light, and so light source, that is lamp, and that is part of the whole composition. Like that. Maybe a little bit lighter. Not bad, I think. Not bad. What about this carnies? I think it should be. Should it be lighter or not? No, that's completely fine. I don't wanna do nothing with it. Okay, so that is, let's say, that is main emotion. Just pay attention. We don't use any tone mapping. Of course, we use the exposure and white balance, but to be honest, that is not what we usually call tone mapping, because everyone from the start use way like not enough contrast shaders and a lot of contrast in a tone mapping. That is mistake. Here everything looks fine. And one more thing, we already using ACES function. That is the tool which remove overbrights. That is completely fine. I know everyone love it, but overbrights, that is also part of optics. So we should have some overbrights, not so intense, but we should get them like that. Okay. What's next? Next is I think we can add the final curves vignette, because vignette that is also part of optics. We should have it like that, not too intense. Just corners in a real photos always should be a little darker than center of the frame. That's normal, completely normal, it's completely fine. So we have to get it. And curves, I love just that effect. I will make middle part of the picture a little brighter. I can make darkest parts a little darker, maybe like that. It doesn't matter, to be honest, in that moment. Now it looks quite nice. It is not so important. Of course, that is important in general, but like that. Okay, so before I'll start working with shaders. I'm gonna add the black metal, but quite often guys do black like that. That is extremely wrong, because it become immediately the most visible object in the frame. Of course, it would be black, but it shouldn't be like so visible black, because we should have shadows on the black objects. And reflections, of course. So that is way more accurate, way more nice and fine. And also we can add a little bit of color to get, you know, that not perfectly desaturated effect. Let's say like that. Okay. Looks fine. Looks fine. I really like it. What next? Next is I think let's work with displacement of that guy. This is Quixel Bridge. You can easily find this model on the Quixel Bridge. We just, I love Quixel 3D scans from Quixel Bridge, and actually not only from Quixel Bridge. It's always give us a lot of realism in our pictures, because that is scanned reality, and it is easy to show our pictures more realistic with scanned model. Okay, so here I have models. Here I have textures. I put them, and let me duplicate it, because I have no exactly displacement map. Let me just change it to displacement. Usually I use exactly EXR. I have to save my scene because that is still 3ds Max file. Save as desktop. Oh, let's say O2 Corona. Yeah. Here I have some displacement, but I will remove it and add new one. Put it here. The setting. Okay, let me start with approximately default settings. Yeah, like that. I want to work only with that guy. And like that's almost the rule. I always make like third part of max level to the minimum level, like -3 plus 7, like that. That is proportion. So if I'll go to the, I don't know, 20, here I'll use like -5, -6. If I'll go 1000, here would be like -20 to -200 or 300, something like that. Maybe even more right now, because here I feel like I see some bubbles. I don't know. I want to get a little more sharper the surface. Of course, you have to remember that displacement you see in the interactive render, not the same as displacement you'll get on the production render. They are quite different. But let me do it a little more intense. And of course, only test render will show you how intense exactly it should be. I think minus 20, maybe. Yeah, as you can see, that is more natural effect, yeah? We can compare with default settings, like we're in minimum level that is 0. No, that I see a lot of bubbles, maybe even minus 40 in that time, in that case. Maybe I see quite a lot of detalization, and I really like it. So that's quite good. Let me add another adjustment. I wanna make it a little more this table a little lighter, because it shouldn't be the same color as floor, in my personal opinion. A little lighter. No, that's too bright. Okay. Maybe a little more glossy. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Yep, let's keep it like that. Okay. So first of all, I'm ready to switch to shaders, but which shader should be first? Quite often people like to start with the most interesting object, for example, like this one. That is not correct. The most right way to work with shaders, that is start with the biggest shaders in your frame. In my case, the biggest shaders in my frame, that is the floor. So I will start with the floor, and I will show you how to work with the floor. I prepared the explanation with which textures I work. I work with a CG source textures. That is amazing, huge resolution texture. Like, okay, not huge, but really good resolution for the floor and different wooden surfaces. This is not advertisement. They do not pay me, unfortunately. That is really amazing textures. So if you need wood, feel free to use them. I really like this one, but for the moment I don't have points in that website, but I like that one. Anyway, for the original picture for this workshop, I used texture called 1208 or 09. So let me find it. Control F, 1209. Here's it, and that is over there. So that is this collection. You can open it and use the same. I bought it quite a long time ago. That's clear. So for to work with the shaders, I will always take that shader. I will always duplicate it to keep original shader and be able to come back if I'll need it for any purpose. I will apply here Corona color correction or general color correction. It doesn't matter, to be honest, what exactly you'll use, but I will start with reflection, and I'll put it to the roughness. Sometimes I can put it to the IOR to get more intense effect. For now, that is not so important. Of course, that is important. That is a big difference, but you can get similar effect. Okay, so as you can see here, we have some something, yeah. But this element, this not more glossy. Is it correct? I don't think so. I think it should be like inverted. So I have to invert colors, and of course it will become too bright. I will need to make it a little darker, like brightness lower, but no, to make it more glossy I have to make it higher, and that is reflection I have to get with the wooden floor. Yeah, and that is the biggest secret. Exactly, reflection, the most important part of the wooden shader. Please do not forget that. That is extremely important. Okay, so after that, I can apply basic shader, basic texture to the diffuse, and let me check the final result. Obviously too bright. So I can even remove it. Let me do it like that. I want to get some render just to keep the original color, and I will work with just region. Why? Because I want to get texture approximately the same as I have color. I mean, in a tone and in a color. That is important. So first of all, brightness. I have to make it darker. I think time to time I have to save my file because that is still 3ds Max and we can get crash. Of course, that is workshop. Everything have to be perfect, but that is live workshop. I'm here. I'm here. I'm live. I'm here. That is not recorded, so that is important. And let me do it little 0.0 minus 0.4. I'll set it like that. Not bad, but color, of course, not mine. So hue, I always not sure which direction I have to move. Yeah, that direction. So maybe a little less, like 12. Anyway, I have to make it, I think, darker. Saturation obviously have to be higher, but let me start with 0. Maybe 7. Maybe I think that could be too much, but anyway, I have to find the position. Oh, looks so tasty, but too dark. 0. Let's say 6. Saturation, let's say 0.4. No, that's obviously too much. 0. Let's say 15. So that's quite fine, but too green, I think. So hue should be less. Let's say 8. I want to get this color approximately the same as here. Okay, brightness. Let's say, let's come back to 0.4. That's not bad. So I've got the same color I had before, but with way more detailization. Yeah. To be honest, I want to get a little bit darker. Brightness 0.45 and a little bit higher saturation. No, that is not good idea. Here, and saturation, let's say 0.2. It will every single step will take some time, but in general, guys, you have to understand, you'll do that in a, I don't know, altogether you'll do in an hour, in 40 minutes. All shaders, like to make one amazing wooden shader for 20 minutes, that is completely fine, because in reality, you spend way more time on it. And in fact, that's all. That is a perfect looking wooden shader. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need some strange Corona Cosmos shaders. They are awful. You don't need any other pre-built shaders because you expect they should be like more professional. Professional means quality of the shader, and unfortunately, it doesn't work in that way. Really impactful thing, that is composition. How this shader impact to the whole picture, more than just your understanding that this shader themselves, like professionally made, and has a lot of I don't know, maps. All of this is not important. Only thing important, that is the how it suits to your composition. To be honest, I want to make it a little brighter, for example 75, to get a little bit more glossy effect, but I'm not sure, because this amount of glossiness also looks good. No, it become even less, I think. Yeah, so maybe 0.5. I love to have something like that. Okay, so that's quite good. When you already set up this shader and you need another one, wood, and it should be part of composition, you shouldn't set up next one again. For that, you can do quite simple thing. For example, I need texture for this wooden floor. Yeah, so I can copy this shader, yeah, without textures, remove this one and apply this texture. What is this texture? I want to show it to you. I'm sure you will know. View image. This is just a way to show. So I took these boards and put them in Photoshop and stick together on top of each other. Like, this is one board, this is another board, this is third board, fourth board, fifth board, sixth board, seventh board. Is it clear? No any overlay, no any I don't know, transition, nothing. Just textures on top of each other. Exactly the same as the guys on the factory will do with real wood. They will glue each boards to each other, and they will get the whole board with the different wooden elements. The same. So that is absolutely the same texture without any tone mapping, without any corrections. I just put them together. So in fact, that is copy of the shader, and that is the same texture. So I can put this texture to both of these slots, and I'll get a ready-made texture for this table, but I will need to make it a little bit lighter. Okay, I'll do it, but I want to show you mapping, because that is another really important skill you have to learn. Unwrap. Of course, you can apply here box mapping, and more or less it will look good. Yes, but you have to learn how to work with a unwrap, and that is not so difficult, especially for so simple objects. I model it quite fast. Yeah, interpolation have to be a little better. But anyway, that is not about interpolation. This lesson is not about interpolation. That's about main emotion of the frame. Okay, so I will remove mapping we had there. I just want to apply there usual UV mapping. On top of that, I'll put UV unwrap, UVW mapping. Open UV editor, and I have to do a few things. I have to break, I have to find the lines when I will get the gaps. For example, over there. Yeah, double click, I'll select, that's like loop. Yeah, so this model was prepared by me personally for unwrap. So that is not just random, randomly made an object. I made it for future unwrap. And then I'll select, I can do the same over there, double click, break, then this one, for example, I will need to break texture over there, maybe over there too with control. What else? In fact, that's all. That could be enough. Right mouse button, break. Okay, so am I need to do something? Yeah, I have to do the same over there. No? Over there and over there. No, this one, yeah, this one. Break. Okay, now it's good. And another one here. Loop and break. Okay, so after that, just hit this button and automatically we'll get more or less not bad. And what is this? What is this? Looks like I forgot. Ah, that's clear. I have to, no. It looks like I forgot to. Yeah, I have no break over there. Break, okay. Control A, quick peel, not perfect element over there. Better avoid this kind of situation. I can do some Control Z. Yeah, that could be better. Break over there and over there. Let me do it again. A loop. Right mouse button, break, and here the same. Okay. Right mouse button, break. It could be good. Quick peel. Yeah, that is way better. Okay, so let me. We have their horizontal textures, so I will rotate them a little bit like that, and here. Like that, approximately. Do not align them perfectly, and in fact in 3ds Max do not align anything perfectly. Reality not perfect, and your visualization shouldn't be perfect too. It will just make better, more realistic picture. Okay, so that is really good. Okay, mapping, as you can see. Yeah, here is horizontal, here is correct direction, nice size, everything really good. Okay, the same here. I will not do unwrap on the lags because obviously the method completely the same as I just told you. I just showed you with the tabletop. Actually, here the same. I can apply the same shader and I'll do quite good. But tabletop, in my personal opinion, have to be brighter because everything should be similar to the floor, but tabletop a little bit lighter. So I will duplicate this one. What is this? That is not my shader. I don't know what is this. I will duplicate it and I will let's say apply the same shaders everywhere, but tabletop will be the last one. Yeah, okay. What about legs? And I have there some mapping. Yeah, I have. Okay, so let me check it. Let me check it. I have to save it again. One more time, guys. I do not show you the way to do this picture. I show you method. And in this workshop, you'll find like a lot of different really useful and helpful tools you have to grab to your personal projects. Okay, so this one, little bit lighter. I have to make it a little bit lighter. Color mapping, brightness, 0.3, but just a little bit. No, that's too much. Maybe a little less saturation. Saturation. No, that's also too much. Okay, let's keep it like that. To be honest, this one have to be darker, even darker. So let me duplicate it. This handrest, I mean. And one more time, guys, I do not talk about anything except composition. I'm talking exactly about composition because we will send to the client not, I don't know, textures or HDRI maps. We will send exactly picture. And if something looks not so good, yeah, right now, like this darker, but this is too bright, so we have to make handlebar or handrest darker too. It will make better picture. Okay, so that's quite cool. Let's say after that I have to apply texture to this guy. That's not so difficult. And I also want to add the wooden shader to the, I don't know what's this. So I will remove it. That's some legacy. And let me duplicate that one. There we already have mapping, etc. Original from the model. I do not modify them at all. Oh, as you can see, it become too bright. So I wanna switch it. Okay, let me put it here. Let me put it to the roughness. Oh, I have to duplicate it. And apply copy of the shader. Obviously it should become way darker. And glossiness. Glossiness quite good. Darker. Let's say 0.6, maybe even lower. I have a question. You always recreate renders from image. I want to know how to have a project start from scratch and how do you decide or pick reference image. Not always, first of all. And second point, you have to understand this is education. And in general, you have to practice first and then take real project, because That is a quite common mistake. Like a lot of artists thinking that they will learn visualization and do real projects together. At the end, they have no experience. They and they come to situation when they have no experience. Clients don't like their result, and clients tell them what they have to change in their pictures. But clients, not professionals too, they do that changes, and of course they obviously make mistakes, and you do that mistakes and your clients get not the best pictures. So my approach and my mindset and my advice, you have to learn first how to do, I don't know, 10, 20, 50 pictures, copying references. And you shouldn't expect that is like the same thing you will do in a real project. Of course not. But after that 20 or 50 pictures, you'll get so much experience, so intense experience, so useful experience. So you will understand how to do, how should you act in an exact real situation. And of course, your general quality would be higher. So this is training. You shouldn't expect that is like real project. No, that is training, and you have to get this practice. I don't like that reflection, to be honest. Maybe even better invert it back, or I will just try to make it to invert it back. Brightness. I'm even not sure that I need it. I mean, reflection map on this chair, because that is varnished chair. Yeah, that's quite good. But brightness have to be, main brightness have to be lower and a little more red, because right now it's too yellow, and in general in the picture too much, a little bit too much yellow color. I'm focusing on that one, and saturation would be a little bit higher, and hue, oh, now it's better. Maybe even less red, more yellow. Oh, that is amazing question. Isn't better to adjust the intensity of HDRI than increasing the exposure? No, that is, first of all, that is not the same. And that is not better. That is like different. For example, you have light source and their intensity, and camera settings and intensity of exposure of your camera. Changing exposure on the light source and on the camera will give you different or similar conditions in lighting. In reality, I mean, of course, different. The stronger lighting you'll get from the outside, the more contrast lighting you'll get, but you will be not able to control that intensity, and that is not so good idea. So better, that is fact. Better just exposure than anything else. That's true. Okay, so looks quite good. Let me apply some wooden texture. Stone texture to that guy. That is the same shader. I'm going to apply it. In fact, I don't need any normal map on top of displacement, because displacement less intense than any normal map. Maps, Corona. Corona. Boom. Color correction, where is it? Over there. Of course, it will become too bright right now. We will need to make it darker. Yeah, that is too intense. Looks like I need to make less reflections, less reflective surface, maybe more intense saturation. Let's say 1. I don't know. I have to try. That is too much for this texture. One more time, guys, do not try to remember my numbers. Numbers can be different. In one situation, the saturation can be like 2. In one situation, saturation could be like 0.01, and both are fine. You just have to get final result you really like. As you can see, all the yellow colors are still the same as we had before. Yeah, and that is important. Okay, so that's one is quite fine. What else we have to do? We have this one and this ball quite big. That is that one. Yeah. So I'm going to put here quite typical paper texture. That is it. I bought it on the Textures.com website. You can do the same, or maybe you can find it whatever you want. There is a lot of textures like that. That is displacement texture. So I'm going to apply this displacement texture to the translucency map first. Actually, not to translucency, but to the fraction over there. Like this instance. Let me stop it first. It's obviously works, but I have to show it on the picture, and I think the tiling should be a little smaller, like that. Then I want to make it a little bit lighter. Change material map type. Let me apply instead of color correction, Corona color correction, I'll use their output. Keep old material as submaterial, and I'll make it a little lighter, just like that, just to make it more bright and transparent as it was. I believe it could be a little nicer. Where's mine? Just like that. Let me compare. As you can see, it became too dark. It was so bright and in fact nice, and maybe I don't need so intense impact from this texture. No, it's quite nice. So yeah, I'm sure you see the effect. Yeah, and on top of that, of course, I want to get some bump effect. So let me put it to the base bump. Where are you? Base bump over there. I don't need it too intense, especially, I don't know, extremely too intense. Just a little bit, maybe a little lighter. It shouldn't be like the most impactful effect in the picture. No, it just a hint. There was too yellow, but now it's too white. I want to make, yeah, like milky something. The metal elements over there. This one is fine, but this one looks like gray. I don't want to have it gray. I want to make it exactly black. Not extremely black, but darker than they are right now. So I'll copy this shader. Oh, I'm going to put it here, apply it here. No, I want to have this metal effect, but maybe not so green. Yeah, it should be a little more. That could be better. Together with this and this amount of glare, together it looks good. So what's next? The last shader we can do that is leather, but to be honest, I'm not sure I want to work with the shader. Maybe better spend some time working on post-production, because leather shader, that is the same as a wooden floor. The most important thing, that is reflection, and we have to apply reflection, and that's all. But I wanna what I wanna do, that is change amount of reflection. It should be obviously. Let's say something like that. It looks good, and some reflection map over there could be good. Maybe that is a little bit too intense over bright, so I can compress it more intense, but I don't want to get like that. Yeah, better have some overbite. It will look more natural, I think. Okay, so I wanna get some maybe gray. No, that's not enough. A little lighter. It shouldn't be too. That is decor. We shouldn't attract attention to the decor. That's, in my personal opinion, that's quite bad idea to make decor like too visible. Of course it should be visible, but it shouldn't attract more attention than it really need. We can even try to make it no, bad idea. Yeah, that's quite fine. Chrome, glass, gray, or part of the colors we already have in the picture. That is the easiest way to build not bad color I don't know even have to say that. Color. I don't know how to say better than color composition, but color composition is too common word. Refraction, let's say that could be the glass, maybe not so. It could be. It is a little bit too white for some reason. Then media options, distance, let's say 8, and the color could be there is a few options. We can continue the same color because in the original one I remember I had a blue. It could be also like that. It will keep a little bit the same color composition, and that's not bad. I really like it. That's looks not bad. Okay, and one more part of optics, that is depth of field. We have to add it in every single frame. Let's say f-stops. The default numbers was 12, I guess. 6, 5, 4, not like 1 or less, but 6 or 5, that is quite common setting. And of course we have to turn on depth of field. It already turned on, so that's quite fun. So what else I have to do? In fact, nothing. We can add some fabric shader to the curtain. We can add leather texture to the leather, and it will take just a little bit more time. I don't want to spend your time, because one more time, guys, my goal is not to finish this picture. I want to show you method you can use in your project. Method more important than any settings I can offer you. Just take it and try to use it, and I'm sure that your project looks really good. Yeah, I want to apply. Okay, looks good. Usually I will render 5K, but this is workshop, so let me do twice less resolution, and I will upscale it. It will just make this picture a little bit faster. Here I have alpha channel. That is important because I will replace background with some. Oh, I forgot to turn on denoiser. We have to do it. Where's my render settings? Over there. There is quite a lot of different options. Of course, in Intel CPU, nice one, Corona high quality. It will not change picture, so that's why I choose Corona high quality. But with NVIDIA Intel CPU, we can get maybe even more intense contrast. But I'm not sure I wanna get it. So let me use Corona high quality. The amount of denoise I can change at the end of this work. Also, I can add filmic mapping. I love this effect to get rich shadows, but let me show you what it will do at the end of this work, because right now that is just a noisy picture and we see almost nothing. And of course I'll do some adjustments to this picture too, regarding on the final result I'll see. That is, oh, you send me so many questions. Cool. Oh, guys, I want to ask you for some favor. Please write me some comments in the comments block. What do you want to see from the RENDER.CAMP? Some topics you want to get from the RENDER.CAMP. Exactly in the comment block, not in the chat. Exactly in the comment block. In this case, we will know what you wanna get from RENDER.CAMP, and you will make us a favor, because in this case, this workshop will be shown to the many different people, and that's good for us. So write in the comment block what exactly you want to get from the RENDER.CAMP workshops. Okay, cool. Thank you. That would be really helpful. Okay, so the noise render goes. I think we will wait render for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, never mind. And I want to show you something about background, because background, that is the obvious important feature, and we have to do something with it. So what I usually do, I can go to the yard when I prepared picture for this workshop, this is picture exactly for the workshop, I made exactly that one. I took some picture over there. Honestly, I do not remember what exactly I wrote to the Google, but that was something like that. And I found some picture, and I even can show it to you. Oh, I know where I can find it. Over there. I will show it to you. I'm not sure I can show you all the pictures. Okay, that is that picture. So that was original one. I just found it somewhere in a Google, and I upscaled it with a few different options. The best option was I guess that one, Creativity 6 and Fractality 2, Films and Photography, and Upscale Factor 4. So I've got really big background picture with a good quality, with a lot of details, nice looking, and I will use the same. So for now, if you don't have nice background, but you have low quality picture from the Google, you can upscale it with Magnifique, and you'll get quite good results. You can do also you can do the same with the Crea AI. You can do the same with Stable Diffusion. You can do the same with Stable Diffusion. You can do the same for free, but it would be just longer. I like idea to save time. That's why I pay for Magnifique, but you can set up your own upscaler using your graphic card if it's powerful enough. Of course, it will take more time. Of course, it will take a lot of your creativity and a lot of your attention, but anyway, it would be for free. If that is important for you, so important. I decide to pay $40 for Magnifique. So I will use this picture exactly, and I have it in my I don't know, I will save it, never mind, and I'll show you how to do it in a proper way, of course. Okay, and of course I'll upscale that picture a few times. I will render it maybe another 5 minutes. Am I need to tell you something else? No? Oh, of course, guys. Let me share with you information about RENDER.CAMP professional visualization course, which will start in a few days. In fact, on Monday, we're gonna start professional visualization course on Monday. That is 5 weeks of professional visualization when we work with different projects. Every student work with their own project. I mean, with a separate project. Everyone choose the project they will work. And every single student choose 2 different projects, interior and architecture. We offer a lot of great references, and all of students learn and do different pictures, and you can watch their progress and you will improve in that way too. All the pictures you can see on that landing page made by our students during education. And the most important thing, that is exactly my navigation, because that is not prerecorded course, that is live course, and I work online, of course, but in live way with your progress. So every single day you'll send me your homework and I will give you video feedback, what exactly you can improve, what exactly you can do better, what exactly you can change or something like that. And you will improve every single small step, modeling, picture creation, scene setup, light and shadow composition separately, of course, in general feeling, but light and shadow composition, color composition, composition in general, because we have prerequisite lessons about composition, and that is extremely important, because composition, we work a lot with existing mistakes which you do every single project. For example, I'm absolutely sure that in every single project you create your scene, maybe together with lighting, together with shaders, and then searching for the frames at the end. And of course, you do not control the final quality, because in fact that is like the quality of the final picture. Quality means, main emotion. You don't know it will looks good or not so good at the end, till this end happened. But you have to know that. You have to be sure how exactly your final picture will look like. And we're working on that. And that's also part of the workflow. That's also part of this method I just showed you. And of course, that is just demonstration. Of course, that is just a main, common, foundational information, because in the course, we dive way deeper. And the most important, we dive way deeper in your personal project, with your personal mistakes, with your personal misunderstanding of something. So, guys, if you want to join professional visualization course, we can even give you today till the end of this day. So that's like 4.5 hours after this workshop. If you'll apply till the end of this day, we will give you small discount for this course, a little bit better price. I don't like this phrase discount, because we I don't like discounts, but you were here with us during all this workshop, and we want to thank you for that. You will definitely write comment, and we want to thank you for that too. So we will give you a little bit better price offer for this course, in case you'll send us you'll apply for this course exactly today using that link you just got in the chat. So I think that's clear. Please explore these pictures, explore this landing page. If you want to know more, feel free to apply to and ask any questions our manager. They will tell you anything you want about it. They will contact you tomorrow in the working hours. Don't be afraid. Nobody will call you at night. If you have night, right now I'm in Lisbon. We almost have night, 7 p.m. But anyway, that's already dark. We have a lot of prerecorded lessons, of course, but we use it more like a library, because the most interesting and most important part of the education, that is exactly live lessons. But you have to understand, that is not enough just come to the lessons or purchase the course. you have to work on this course. You have to practice, and only practice will give your picture better. Really, that is important. And one more thing, that is not about settings. That is about vision, how to do every single picture fast, easy, and really cool. That is important. That is important. Cool. Thank you. Yes, in the course we work with during course. We work course. That is 5-week course. I mean 5 weeks of live lessons. And on the first week we work with overcast interior lighting. Something like that. You can explore these pictures. Sunny day interior lighting on the third week, and artificial interior lighting on the third week. And yes, we work with V-Ray, Corona, and F-Storm. So on the first week, we work with Corona overcast lighting, V-Ray overcast lighting, and F-Storm overcast lighting. Second week, Corona V-Ray sunny summer day interior lighting. Third week, that is artificial interior lighting in a Corona V-Ray and F-Storm. Fourth week, that is sunny summer day in architecture, Corona V-Ray and F-Storm, and different unique exterior lighting situations in the fifth week. Usually that is overcast, foggy mood, sunset, of course, but sunset, in fact, that is the same as sunny summer day, but with a different direction of the sun. Composition a little bit different, color composition a little bit different, but in general, understanding how to build the picture quite the same. But overcast, that is different thing. Okay, so I think that's quite clear. You can read all this page and you'll get all the information about this course. One more time, for those who will apply till the end of today, will get special price offer for this course. Okay, so that's quite clear, I think. I will stop this render, 74, 13 minutes. I think that's, of course, that is not maybe enough for the final quality, but that is definitely enough for us to make nice post-production. Okay, I'm going to what I want to do, I want to add a little more read shadows. Okay, let me, no, that is 2 6. Oh, then let me do it like that. Okay, that could be, yeah, that could be better. What else I want to do? Maybe a little more intense vignette. Yeah, a little bit like that. Okay, control. No, I'm gonna copy this file. I can save it as PNG if you want to make batch render. File, new, create over there. Control V, and I want to get alpha channel 2. Alpha, copy, put it here. Okay, so I will remove background and I will apply here mask for that channel. I'll go to the channels, layer mask, Control V, and as you can see, background is empty. The same I can get if I'll save these pictures in a PNG format with the checkbox alpha channel. No matter how exactly you'll do that, this is just a faster way to put this picture to the Photoshop. Duplicate, Control J. You know what? I can merge visible, Shift Control E. Yeah, merge visible because I don't want to have background. Control J, and I want to use soft light. Yeah, like that. Filter, other, high pass. Okay. No, that's quite good. Of course, that is too intense. I don't need so intense effect, that effect. But I will use opacity. Like that. I really like that effect, but not everywhere. So I'll use mask over there too. No. Like that. And let me increase impact of that effect from darkest parts, because I definitely don't need them here and here, and especially here. Okay, so it looks quite nice. Now, okay. Then I wanna duplicate this one. And I wanna make it camera roll filter. I wanna apply there. Please. I want to make it a little colder. Okay, way colder. And the same mask, Control I. And I want to make reflection over there a little colder too. And maybe some little colder impact here. We can also do it in a Photoshop. I mean, get this effect, but I already, to be honest, showed you how to do that in 3ds Max. Now it's why not to do it in a Photoshop? Okay, so that's quite clear, and I like the effect. Okay, so what about background? Background. Oh, I saved it to the desktop, so I can put it over there. Horizon, one of the most important things. Where we should have horizon, we can easily check it over there if we will turn on horizon on the in the camera. To be honest, I use it not so often, so maybe I can completely forget where is the checkbox, and maybe even not in the Corona camera, maybe in the horizon line over there. So horizon is over here. Yeah, so a little bit about this line, and of course horizon, that's about like water line. But if we have some plants, they can be a little bit higher, yeah, than this line. So horizon over there, but plants could be here. So I can so that is horizon somewhere here, yeah. And the scale of the background, I can also adjust it a little bit higher, I think, yeah. Horizon should be a little bit like that, and I want to rotate it because the horizon line, that is something horizontal, yeah, but on the background I have some heel or some, I don't want to even think why it is. I just want to make horizon horizontal, that's obvious, yeah, like that. But obviously the lighted parts can't be lighter than source of light, yeah. The background, in fact, for us, that is source of light, so we have to adjust it a little bit. Color balance, curves. I do it with curves, you can do it with the different tools. Anyway, this element, doors and everything like that, should be a little bit but darker than background. Background never can be darker than objects inside. That is important. Okay, and also saturation, but you can increase or remove saturation with the curve. As you can see, with these curves, we also remove part of saturation, so that is absolutely fine. But at the same time, we can get darker the contrast line and try to keep that line not so try to avoid like a extreme like waves like that. It always will looks bad at the final picture. So right now I like that the background, but it is too bright, too sunny, too something like that. So let me add their hue saturation. So this is way more natural in my personal opinion. I even want to make the brightest part brighter. Yeah, like that. Okay, so altogether looks quite good. I will save it as save for web, quality 80, JPEG, resolution original. One more time, guys. In a real project, I would render 5K, and right now I would save in twice lower resolution, like in a 2.5K. But I rendered this picture in a 2.5K, so I will save it in a 2.5K. But you already understand. Workshop 004 01 for upscaling. Okay, I'm going to Magnifique upscaler, plot. No any reason not to use that feature. Films and photography, creativity. Because I have no big resolution, full resolution picture, I will upscale it with creativity, HDR, resemblance, fractality, -4, -5, maybe a little less, maybe -3, like that. Magnifique Illusio as an engine, upscale, and I'll get 5K resolution at the end. And of course, I will do my usual creativity 5, creativity fractality 2. It will give me more, let's say a little more creative final result, I think. And also I can save it like 2 or 1 and 0. But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure I need it, because with creativity -3, I'll get approximately the same. So I just have to wait a bit till the moment we'll get final picture. So does it always takes this long to create 10 materials? What do you mean this long? Like, just imagine we took this model less than 2 hours ago. So just imagine you finished this model 2 hours ago. In a 2 hours, you can get lighting, shaders, post-production, and send to the client, in fact, final or approximately final quality 1 render. 2 hours. Scene setup for this scene could be like, let's say 1 hour. Super maximum. If you're a professional, that is 1 hour. Okay, so after 1 hour, in 1 hour, you'll get model for, let's say, for 3 frames inside this interior. It is not too detailed, that's obvious, but anyway, in a 3 hours, you'll send to your client first ready-made final quality. Is it enough? To be honest, yes, that is a quite good result. And at the end of the day, you'll be able to send to your client 3 final versions of three pictures. Is it a bad result? I don't think that's bad. I think that's really good. Now I want to put it to the new layer. Yeah, like that. And then I want to take this one with a higher creativity. Because with higher creativity, I'll show you what exactly I like with a higher creativity. Okay, so I can use new layer. With a higher creativity, it always will make quite amazing fabrics, for example. I'll get a lot of nice transitions over there with background and main scene. The random element, right now it looks, to be honest, too aggressive. And we can take a original one mostly, but it looks nice, realistic, and in fact we can't ignore that effect. Yeah. Okay, so let me check what exactly I'll take from this one. I like some parts of the tree of the wooden floor. I will not take whole this statue, but maybe some parts. I definitely love this curtain and the parts of the floor over there. Middle part of the curtain, top part of the curtain, maybe some shadows over there just to make it not so sharp and 3D as we had originally. Okay, so Control I, mask, Control I, and let me add detailization in the places where it really need. Come on. Oh, opacity. You can say something like Daniel. You can use masks. Yes and no. Like you can use brush. Yes, we can use mask, but in my personal opinion, you better use masks. As I told you, it is quite easy to get leather effect. It always works really bad with fabrics, but it looks quite good with leather. With the fabrics, I mean with the fabrics when we see texture. Oh, that is my PC. Actually, that is not PC. That is oops. I have to change my battery block. So just tiny touch of this effect, and that's all. What I want to do, maybe a little colder, maybe. Okay, I wanna play with this one to make the middle part of the picture a little brighter, just like that. That is excellently. Right now, I want to do that. Later, maybe I'm not. It depends on the situation and my preferences for that moment. So that is the final picture in a 5K resolution we made. And one more time, guys, I showed you method we or better to say we can follow. What I wanna advise you or sell you, I wanna sell you this picture after just 2 hours of work, and all of us understand perfectly. You can, without my explanation, without my long introduction, without all my proofs, without all my speeches, I can do these pictures in 40 minutes. Okay, shaders would be maybe a little bit longer. Okay, 1 hour and 10. And that is the thing. That is the really important idea I want to share with you. That is possible. That is possible, easy, with fun, to get high quality final picture in a really short time. But you have to work with your pre-built settings in your head, because in your head you think it should be like longer, more difficult, and you have to focus on the ready-made shaders, then you have to collect them somehow, then you have to render them for sure not less than 8 hours per frame, etc, 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 etc. All of these things are in fact not true. And if you'll do, for example, your shaders from scratch, you'll do it way faster, because that is part of optimization. Yeah, everyone asks me, Daniel, how to optimize scene? Optimization, that's not about optimization 3D model. Polygons, that is important, of course, but optimization in general, that's about optimization whole process of the work. And at the end of this method, you'll get picture in 2 hours or less, and that is important. So guys, one more time, if you want to work with me, with my navigation, feel free to apply with that link Antonina just sent you in the chat, and I'll be able to work with you starting from Monday during next 5 weeks, and I guarantee you'll become better artists and you'll get better experience, you'll get better pictures, you'll get better pictures in your portfolio, and you'll get method you can do your pictures in your professional life. In addition, I want to say that is exactly the method we use for this vision in our studio, and we do exactly the same. We have professional modelers. They prepare model for the art direction. Art director do general feeling stage, and artists do shaders part. Yes, that is like separated work. I know you used to work as one person for everything. You used to model your scene, you used to make lighting, searching for the nice frames. Most of these frames, of course, frontal. Most of these frames show the whole space. Sometimes your clients ask you for that. Sometimes that is your ideas, let's be honest. But that is also like possible to do, and that is also the goal. We can follow this goal, but that is not only one way to do it, and I definitely can show you better way to do it. Okay, so let's spend another 10 minutes to answer your questions. Let me scroll up. Just a request for the max file be saved. Yeah, already answered. We have a 2021 3ds max file in the description. I have a question. You always recreate renders from... Oh, I already answered this question. Hello from Kenya. Hello. Isn't better to adjust the in... No, I already answered this question. Thank you. What is thoughts about rendering open area? Do you prefer to break it to several shots, files, or working all in the same file? It depends on it depends on situation where I am and what exactly I have to do. For example, if that is single shots and I have to render huge aerial view, it could be the point. If I have to render a few different rooms in a big apartment, yes, I will save different scenes for the different rooms because in this case I'll render it way faster. Scene will be way lighter, and I'll be working that scene way quicker because it will be not so heavy. Every single uploading files will be faster, starting my scene will be faster, rendering will be faster. So yes, I will separate. But if I'll need a few shots in one living room, in most cases it will be just one scene, maybe two, for I don't know, 10 completely different lighting conditions. But of course I also trying to keep my time and do not waste a lot of time for rebuilding things I can not rebuild. For example, I can change a little bit camera position instead of changing lighting. That is of course way easier. Isn't better to adjust the... Oh, I already answered. I missed the beginning. This workshop recorded, so you can watch it again. What the HDRI for Overcast? Exactly the same. Exactly, you can use exactly this HDRI we use today for Overcast. It would be completely fine. Do you use those material? Do you reuse those material in a GI after texturing? GI global illumination after texturing? I'm not sure I understand your question. What... reuse those material in a GI? You mean in a different scenes? No, we don't use, because material, it is not something valuable. Materials, this is just a detalization of the color composition, like a textures on top of color composition. Why we need to use them? Again, if we can set up the best possible shader for this particular I don't know, interior, for the best possible for example floor wood for this particular project, and we can do it in a, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Can you describe how you read the curve in tone mapping? I'm not sure I can describe it better than I describe it while I'm doing that. Maybe you have to ask me in a little bit different way. Can you make a video explaining how to... Oh, that's clear. How to adjust gamma in 3ds Max 2025? I do not work in 2025, but I plan to switch to 2026. Usually, I don't know why, but already a lot of years it works in that way. I update my 3ds Max every second year, like 2022, 2024, 2026, 2028, I suppose, something like that. Here, while I'm using Corona interactive render CPU usage 80-90 while I'm doing final render CPU hitting 100% all the time, which caused the CPU overheating. How can I how we can keep it cool? Cooling system, of course, but you have to talk about this with your system administrator. That is additional profession, because anything you'll any advice you'll get online may crash your computer. You have to be careful with this, and cooling system, that is really extremely important thing. Maybe you have to just clean your PC and remove your dust and everything from inside. Maybe you can put it into the nuts. Maybe your computer physically placed in the place where it's easy to overheat. Maybe something else. So in most cases, first of all, you have to work with the most obvious solutions, like remove dust and place your computer in a place where it will not overheat. Maybe not in the shelf, or I don't know, something like that. And of course, cooling system after that. Hi Daniel, thanks for everything. I want to ask you what is the best approach? Let me make the little bit bigger text. Approach if you have to design an apartment with the different spaces. Would you separate the spaces in separate file systems on the device? Oh, you have to separate two different and really important things. First, that is designing and searching for ideas of the space. For example, floor plans, for example, placing different furniture elements into the different positions, something like that. That is number one. And of course, for one space, you have to do it in one single 3ds Max file. For example, if that is living room. But of course, to show and to design this living room, you don't need to have all models in the bedroom, because that is not important. You need like a bedroom you can have bedroom in a separate file. That is number one. Answer number one. Answer number two, you always can use method called box modeling. So instead of ready-made models, you can model with a box, like like in SketchUp. Just place boxes where you'll have I don't know, couch or armchair, table, kitchen island, kitchen cabinets, I don't know, something else, balcony. Just use boxes to fill the space, to find the idea, and then replace these boxes with the final models. It will save a lot of time, and you'll understand 3D space, and it will be not overload your scene. In complex scenes, do you use any particular method for organizing materials in material editor? Yes, I use folders, and of course, you have to understand, I create only the most important shaders. That is nice thing. I know a lot of 3D artists try to keep all the possible shaders from all possible models. In my personal opinion, that is a bullshit. You have to keep only important and big shaders, and you have to do them yourself. I mean, floor, table, I don't know, couch, armchair, something like that. You shouldn't keep like 1 million leaf textures from the plants on the back side, I don't know, or in the decor, because the guys who create decor for 3D stocks, they do so many textures, and that's good, because for some cases maybe somebody need that textures, but not us, and not for decor, because that is just a 10 pixels somewhere far from the camera. You really don't need to have all those textures. And for most of models, the same. For example, why you need texture for the pages on the books in the library? You don't need them. You even don't need book covers, because just colored books just with the covers, with the solid color covers, will be way more stylish, way more accurate, with one or a few a little bit randomly chosen colors. Like for example, you work with a yellow color composition, and one of them yellow, one of them orange, one of them brown, one of them white, and like not so big difference, and altogether that is the same composition you have in your picture. Yeah, and that is a good idea instead of randomly chosen textures and book covers, for example. So you shouldn't keep all possible textures in general, and of course you can put them into the different folders. Like I can show you over there. For example, here wood, for example decor, for example fabric, for example leather, for example something else. Yeah, and you will always have for example, here we have only wood, and here we have 10 or 5 different wood shaders. Yeah, not so difficult. If yes, do you prefer grouping then by materials type, wood, metal, fabrics? Yeah, as I just show you. Or by object categories, furniture, architecture. No, first version. Wood, metal, fabrics. Yeah, like that. Does it always take this long to create 10 material? It depends what you're asking for, and I think I already answered you. What's your PC specs? I have 4 years old computer. I can show it to you. I can show you my specs. Wait a second. Properties. I already ordered new one, but right now that is not the best computer, to be honest. i9 10 8 980 XE, 128 gigabyte of RAM, 3090 RTX 3090. I think that's all. What are you interested in? Grazie mille de Valencia. Venezia. I'm sorry. That is just a small text. It's difficult to recognize letters, but I always dream to be there, to be honest. However, thank you infinitely for sharing your skill and helping us improve in method and speed without losing the quality. You're super. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hello, Daniel. What will be your approach about bird view perspective render? I can find drone photos. I can't find drone photos. Print screen with from Google. That is the simplest way. Print screen from Google. Working with AI to update them. There is a few methods, especially for this goal, and place your shot 3D geometry, your render to that background. That would be the main approach. I'm a RENDER.CAMP alumni, and building materials from scratch saved my time all the way. Yes, that's true. People always think creating shaders from scratch, that is something difficult and long. In fact, that is exactly about saving time. not making longer, because you'll spend way more time on recreating shaders or redoing post-production or something like that, or even doing changes from the client if client don't like your picture. Because but client will don't like your picture exactly because that is not cohesive picture. You have to build cohesive picture like that. And for this, you have to start with one color, then separate them, then separate more, and keep the color composition still cohesive during whole this process. Of course, I showed you that today, but in fact, that is a skill you have to improve, and that's what we're working on during course, because that is easy to show. Because I'm so sorry, I don't want to hurt anyone, but I'm professional and I know what to do and how to do. If someone will just start that process, it might be a little more difficult. Okay? Is it important to customize material library? Customize material library? I didn't have material library at all. I have just texture library, and quite often I remove texture from that library, because definitely better have 10 textures, but the best possible textures, instead of million textures but no one really good. I can tell you even the same in a different way. You have to have 10 your favorite, for example, wooden textures, instead of 100 textures you don't like. Hello, Daniel. What would you do and suggest if you work with interior designer, for example, where they want to use specific material, laminate, winner from certain brand? You have to use them, but on the other hand, you have to understand, like laminate, that is not something interesting. Quite more often your client will send you wooden textures, because laminate, that is something predictable, because they have usually like 10 different boards or one print and quite long print, and you can take 3 textures, adjust colors, for example, from the CG source, yeah, adjust colors a little bit, and you'll get quite nice laminate. But the natural wood, some specific natural wood, that is the goal. That could be the problem. Not a problem, but an issue to find, because natural wood can be specific. For example, I want to have wood from exactly this, I don't know, forest. Exactly this color, this type, and that could be the problem. Laminate, that is just, okay, adjust colors and you'll get the same laminate. But you find the images provided by brand are low resolution. Do you usually find similar texture, or is there any other method? Yes, you have to find similar texture. For if that is a wood, that is, I'll go to the CG source and I'll find approximately the same picture of the wood, and then adjust colors, and that's all. 99% it will looks quite good. Hi Daniel, how can I get a real reflection when I render a glass table from top view? You mean reflection background? That is one method to use to create background. You can place plane on the background in your 3D. You can put a picture on the visible background in the render settings. That is the different options. You can do all of them. This method I showed you with placing background in a Photoshop, this is just one possible method. You shouldn't stick to it. This is just a technical thing. Okay, guys. So looks like I already answered all your questions. So thank you. I'm really appreciate it. And next Monday we will start big professionalization course. So I will make a break in our workshops, but please right now hit the like button. That is really important for us, for whole RenderCamp team. And please write us comment with with your with your ideas about our future workshops. Anything you want, modeling, marvelous designer, lessons for beginners, lessons for professionals, more architectural visualization, more V-Ray, more F-Store, more Corona, some specific shaders, whatever you want, please write us in the comments block. That is really important. It will be really important for two different reasons. First of all, we will know what exactly you want to get from us. Second thing, you will help us share RenderCamp information in the YouTube community. So that is important and helpful for both of us. Thank you, guys. That's all for today. And I'll see you this spring, I think. But we prepared for you something really, really cool, that course. And we prepared something special for the beginners course. Quite soon we will tell you more about it. So that's all. Thank you. See you guys. Bye.